Alright, hello and welcome back to the channel. So, yeah, in the last episode, I have no idea why. Is it? I'm not sure if it's my own specs or is it because, or was it always like this? The frames were like this low by default, but it doesn't seem laggy. It's just the opening feels choppy. So in the last episode we hung out with most, or should I say, I think safe to say we hung out with everyone after a successful mission, and right after that we had a welcome party. And yeah, we're just gonna continue where we left off, and we have a library kind of scene right here, or a cafe. I don't know if that's a bug or something, but yeah, the UI is always missing after that. Not sure where I left off, and not sure where I saved, because whenever I load a save, all the UI is basically gone. So it actually skips like a few lines whenever I click. So assuming I left off, I'm just gonna read all the last few lines. I think the correct one is to start from here, but I'm not sure. But a yawn escapes me, interrupting my thoughts. I should take advantage of the quiet and get some sleep before we set off again. I change my clothes and get ready for bed. After I'm comfortable, I slide underneath the blankets and close my eyes. It isn't long before I drift off to sleep. Hours later, a notification from my phone wakes me up. I glance at the screen. Polaris Healthcare. Payment due. Well, time to pay our sister's medical bills. A sinking feeling washes over me. I unlock my phone and make the payment, leaving my bank balance dangerously low. The last invoice finished off what was left of my savings. If it weren't for this job, I wouldn't have made this one either. The intercom crackles, interrupting my thoughts.
Team, report to the lounge in 15 minutes for briefing.
You know what would be better? Would be a better detail. They actually put a filter on her voice to make it sound that it's actually coming out from the intercom, right? Unless it's really that high tech, then you won't hear any like static. Iris must have secured the mission she was waiting for. Knowing we have another job lined up makes me feel better. I can work towards that next payment straight away. I get dressed and ready myself. Then I head straight to the lounge. When I arrive, the others are already waiting.
Good, you're here. We can begin.
I take a seat beside Kai, and as Iris addresses the team.
There are 2 missions in this sector. One is an open contract, while the other is tagged as incognito and urgent. Both are viable options, but we'll check out the incognito one first since it's time sensitive.
I'm assuming discretion isn't important for an incognito. Yeah, I can't read nor speak again. So yeah. Sorry about that. Let me just reread this. I'm assuming that discretion is important for an incognito job. Iris nods.
For whatever reason, the contractor wants to keep the details of the operation a secret. Because of that, the pay offered is much higher than normal.
What's the catch?
They're pretty much always dangerous gigs.
Vela smells confidently.
It's nothing we haven't done before.
Perhaps, but we should still be careful.
We'll make the call after we get the details of the job. High-paying missions like these don't come often, so we shouldn't ignore this opportunity.
I nod. High paying is exactly the kind of mission I need right now.
Any questions?
Silence.
Good. Let's get to it then. Kai, plot us a course for Valora.
Luna sits up.
I didn't realize that's where the mission was. This could be interesting.
Oh?
I haven't been there myself, but Valora is one of the more recent planets to join the Union. What's interesting is the level of influence they managed to build up in such a short amount of time.
How'd they do that?
The same way everyone else buys influence.
She winks.
They've been quite generous with their donations to the Union, which doesn't seem sustainable given their current economy.
Sounds like something sketchy is going on.
Kai grins.
Hey, as long as we can also be the recipients of their generosity, I only see an upside.
Iris is quiet for a moment, then she shakes her head.
That's good to know, but it doesn't change our situation. At least, not yet. Let's get moving.
We nod and Iris dismisses us. I follow Kai to the bridge where we take our seats. I run my pre-flight checks while Kai plans our route. After it's confirmed in the ship's computer, he contacts the control tower and we receive the clearance for takeoff. Kai glances at me.
Pre-flight checks complete?
Yep, we're ready. We're ready to. Yep, we're ready to go. I really need to work on that. He grins.
Team Eidos is blasting off again.
I engage the ship's thrusters and we soar high into the sky until we're out of Verkana's atmosphere. After we clear orbit, we settle in for the long journey, relaxing into the familiar comfort of spaceflight. The hours pass by. I'm about to ask Kai if he wants to take his break when my phone rings. It's Helen.
Need to take that?
Yeah, can you cover me?
You know it.
Kai sits forward and checks that the autopilot is on course. I rush out of the bridge and answer the incoming call. Hello?
Hey, are you busy?
I've got time. Hold on, speaking of that, I want to double check something. Just to make sure that my avatar is on the right side. And it is. Okay, let's
Good.
continue.
I need to talk to you.
Huh. Tired of my replacement already? She mumbles something inaudible. What was that? I couldn't hear you. She sighs and mumbles again. Sorry, I still can't hear you.
Oh god, you're actually gonna make me say it, aren't you?
She huffs.
I said, you were right.
I grin. He asked you out, didn't he?
Didn't even take 2 weeks.
The poor guy must have been crushed to learn that you're married with 2 kids.
Not as crushed as I am to have lost my morning coffee.
Somehow I resist the urge to say I told you so.
Anyway, forget about that. That's not why I called you. I found something.
Huh? What are you talking about? Okay, so yeah, married with 2 kids. So the neutral option is basically gone. So I'm not sure how many endings there were. So back in the last game, Aethera Enigma, if you go the bitchless route, basically if you didn't romance any of the 2 main heroines, you end up with your best friend's sister, which is a really surprising take. I really need to check that out because I never actually went through that scene before. But if I want to do that, I might as well just record a few episodes, right? Because I think the last time, because I really stopped my recordings ever since the end of episode 4, and then I got busy, and then I never actually get to finish the game when the full game is released. I did finish the game, but I didn't record the game and upload it. So I just go through everything. I played it by myself. But at the time, I don't think I don't think there was the sisters route just yet, or maybe there was. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I think assuming the full game is out, I just went through the two like romance routes, and then the non-romance route, which is the neutral route. I never actually seen. Well, I seen the CG, the splash art that was uploaded back on their Discord, on the devs Discord channel, but I never actually unlocked that CG myself. But yeah, so basically, I think if you go to the non-romance route, I don't think, well, she's definitely not available unless there's somehow a character appears or like a secondary character comes out, but I can't be so sure. But I'm gonna assume this is going a similar writing style as Ace Academy. So chances are the ending is like just spending your time with your best friend, which in this case Kai. Because in that game, the ending is like spending the night with your romance partner, depending on who you choose. Or if you decide not to pursue anyone, you just hang out with Kai at night. But yeah, as all games go, all of them have like, the first game kind of have an ambiguous ending because it opens up a potential plot point for like a new story arc. Technically, it's not a storyline. Basically, they can open up a new story arc with that new revelation during that game, right? And then the second game, I wouldn't say it. The second game only has one main heroine, but there's only one main option, but it has multiple endings. But the best ending, I would say, is like, basically you spend your life with her, right? So I wouldn't say, but yeah, sadly there's no other character routes to go. So I'm not sure how to feel about that game only having one romance options. But overall, I think the ending is quite solid. I don't see an option for like an expansion to the story. Unless you're saying an after story which you like totally. There is an after story which is based on the first game, which is based on the most popular character, which is of course the Tsundere archetype, by the way. But the after story is basically your romance life to spend the new year with her family. But yeah, I don't see. If there is an after story, that would be great. But as for story expansion goes, I don't think there is. The third game, technically the third game is the after story. The fourth game, Ethereal Enigma, kind of solid. I'm pretty sure everything is a solid ending, but I kind of wish that we can have an expansion where you go to, I kind of forgot where that other worlds is called, but basically one of the romanceable options is not from Earth and is from another world entirely. She's a princess from that world, but I'm not sure if you can. Yeah, I wish there's an like slight expansion where you visit her world and explore. But yeah, everything's restricted to your own world. But at least you have two romanceable options. But yeah, I've been rambling quite a while now. But yeah, just talking about the previous game endings and what could have been added, or if there were to add something. But anyway, let's just go back on track. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I found something. Huh? What are you talking about?
You know, for the investigation.
I frown. I thought we talked about how your involvement could come back to bite you.
Yeah, we did, and I said it won't.
Go with this? Aw, look at you going through all this trouble just to clear my name. You really do care.
Of course I do. And I definitely haven't considered the fact that you'll owe me a big fat favor, which I'll make sure to cash in.
Okay, I kinda didn't notice whether she will have like different facial expressions. But in the previous game, there are. I mean, in the Ethereal Enigma, there is. Not sure about the other games. For the side characters here. I think they do, but I just didn't notice it just yet. Maybe I just literally just forgot. You're the exact same Helen that I remember. She laughs.
And you wouldn't want it any other way.
True. So, what did you find?
Right. You know how your name ended up on a lot of evidence records for cases you never even touched?
Yeah, they do have various facial expressions. Planted evidence against me, yeah.
Well, whoever did that must have obviously had access to those evidence logs. So it's most likely someone from the evidence team that was tampering with the records.
That makes sense. Any outside changes would have been noticed by the evidence team. But this is a new information.
No, that isn't. However, I did find out that one of the evidence guys left IAP very shortly after your dismissal.
Was he fired?
No, he resigned.
That can't be a coincidence. This might actually be something worth looking into. Who was it?
Evidence guy.
What the what? Bro, she just said evidence guy. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a placeholder until they randomly just slap a name on it. Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he was a nice kid. And he was also the most recent hire on the team. IAP was his first career job.
This is a solid lead, Helen. Do we know how to... I'm interrupted by flashing red lights and a blaring siren. Kai skids to a stop by the doorway. His eyes are wide and he's out of breath.
We've got trouble.
Uh-oh, this looks serious. I've got to go. I'll call you back.
Sure thing. I'll email you the details.
Thanks. I hang up the phone and rush to rejoin Kai on the bridge. What's going on?
We've got 5 contacts on the scanner, 4 interceptors and 1 destroyer class.
Have you tried raising them on comms?
Yeah, but there's no response. They have their shields up and their weapons primed.
My mind races. Patrolling outside of Polaris and the main... My mind races. Patrolling outside of Polaris and the main interplanetary union zones. Interplanetary union zones. No comms channel, shields and weapons prime. There's only one group that fits this MO.
Raiders, I'm sure of it.
My stomach sinks. I hope I was wrong, but there's no mistaking it now. We're about to be faced with raiders. Horror stories play in my mind, but I push the thoughts away. I can't get distracted. The door to the bridge opens and Iris hurries to our side.
What's the situation?
We've got contacts on the scanner. Their weaponry is armed at just outside firing range, and their comm channels are purposely dead.
Iris tenses her jaw. It's clear she's come to the same conclusion we have. She quickly recomposes herself.
Have they noticed us yet?
Kai nods.
We've got 2 interceptors on a direct path, and 2 more positioning to cut off and escape. There's also a destroyer-class signature, which must be their main ship.
We can't take on a destroyer, let alone 4 interceptors. Can we do a blind warp to lose them?
No, our drive is still cooling off. We can't even do an emergency warp without the ship imploding on itself.
I look across the various readouts from the ship's scanners. Wait, there's a Nebula storm nearby, and we can reach it without warp drive. Kai stares at me like I'm crazy.
We'd be torn apart in there.
Not if we're careful. I can't.
Do you think you can get us through?
I've done it before. Iris is quiet. She glances between me and the data on the scanners.
Whatever we're planning on doing, we need to do it now. Once they're in engagement range, things will be much worse.
Finally, Iris nods. Her gaze meets my own and a strong determination sizzles in her eyes.
Take us in.
I nod. Taking the controls, I engage full thrusters and divert the ADOS towards the densely packed cloud of gas and debris. We cross the storm's threshold and 2 interceptors follow us into the clouds.
These guys don't want to give up.
I dart around a large asteroid and narrowly avoid slamming into a huge chunk of a destroyed ship, which blocks the path ahead of us. Asteroids and debris circle the perimeter, but the core of the wreckage is hollow. The hole is just large enough for a smaller ship to navigate through. Go through. Going through the middle is the best option. I steer the ship towards the wreckage.
Are you taking us through that?
Yes, it's our safest route. There's too much debris surrounding the floating ship. Kai furrows his brows but nods. Focusing my attention on the wreckage, I glide the ADOS in, using the proximity alerts that light up my screens to guide me. Okay, I'm not sure. That part could have been a time event. I hold my breath as we carefully filter through until we finally emerge back into the storm, the wreckage disappearing behind us.
Nicely done, but please, never do that again.
I laugh and allow myself a moment to breathe.
That was impressive.
Thanks. For a second there, I wasn't sure if we would fit.
I'd have been happier not knowing that.
Any sign of the interceptors?
Kai glances at the scanners.
No, we're in the clear.
Good. Now we just need to get out of this storm.
Roger that. The deeper we go into the storm, the more interference it causes. One by one, I disable the electronic aids I use during normal flight until I'm nearly in full manual control of the ship.
Is that such a good idea?
I don't have a choice. The storm is wreaking havoc with the flight assistants, so they won't operate properly. Kai nods and quiets down so I can focus on flying. I guide the ADOS into a swirling cloud of asteroid dust, straining my eyes to see through the debris. 2 smaller asteroids collide ahead of us. They bounce off one another, sending one hurling into our direction. Typo, I guess. Dodge! Yeah, this is a time event. I pull hard on the controls and soar away from the rocky mess. We nimbly avoid the asteroid and it harmlessly passes by. Iris smiles.
Nicely done.
Thanks. As we leave the asteroids behind, the clouds thin and we burst back into clear space. All 3 of us slumped into our seats, finally taking this moment to breathe. I feel a warm sense of pride since I got us through the storm undamaged. Iris relaxes as she checks the scanners, while Kai leans back in his chair.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see empty space.
You can say that again.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see empty space.
At least Kai is back to normal.
She glances at me.
You did well to get us through that.
What can I say? I just happen to be that talented.
I can't argue with that. The Eidos made it through a nebula storm with barely a scratch.
A moment later, the door slides open and Luna rushes in.
Is everyone okay in here?
Iris nods.
We're fine. How about you?
I'm okay. Don't worry.
And Vela?
She's fine too.
Iris looks relieved.
Good.
Luna cracks a small smile.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have guessed we just went through a nebula storm. I thought the erratic bumpiness was Kai piloting the ship.
You know I'm still here, right?
I know.
Luna smiles sweetly. Then she turns to me. Wow, she's brutal.
All jokes aside, that was some incredible flying.
Thanks. Luna leans in to get a closer look at me.
You should take it easy for a bit. You just went through a very stressful situation, and you'll need to relax to recharge your batteries.
I look at Iris, who nods.
Take a break. Doctor's orders. Kai and I will take it from there.
I nod. I appreciate it.
If you start to feel worse, please come see me.
Will do. Thanks, everyone. I wave and head out of the bridge. As I walk down the corridor, everything still feels so surreal. And at least it's all over now. Although Luna said that Vela isn't hurt, I should go make sure she's not too shaken up. I'm sure she got the brunt of things down in engineering. I cross through the ship and head down the stairs. Then I make my way to the engineering bay. Vela and Beep Boop are both crowded in front of a terminal when I arrive. Hey, you two. Vela glances at me.
Oh, hey! I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Okay, they didn't put the sound effects, but beep beep. I came by to make sure you're okay now that we're free from the storm.
We're all good, thanks to you. Going through a complete nebula storm and coming out with no ship damage is unheard of.
A white grin splits my face, and my chest feels light from the compliment. Wow, that's very high praise. Thanks, Vela. She grins.
No, thank you. You're making my job way easier.
Speaking of which, if there's nothing wrong with the ship, then what are you doing?
Running diagnostics. It's still important to do a full systems check after something like this.
Ah, that makes sense. We're lucky that you're so diligent. Vela smiles proudly.
Thanks.
Vela taps into the terminal.
Hey, Beep Boop, can you let me know when those diagnostics are done?
Beep beep. Yeah, I did. They didn't put the sound effects.
Thanks.
She pats the robot affectionately. It responds with a heart displayed on its screen and nuzzles her hand. I'm glad to hear you're okay physically, but how are you doing mentally? Going through a nebula storm can be pretty scary.
It was a little bit, but it was more awesome than scary.
Huh? How?
Well, I was really scared when I found out we were being chased by raiders because, well, raiders. And then jumping straight into the storm with all of my sensors and diagnostics going crazy did not help. But you guys had things under control on the bridge, and even though I was rushing around down here, I couldn't stop thinking about how I was on a totally wild adventure. I mean, come on, it's like straight out of a movie. Raiders and a nebula storm?
Missing text. Yeah, the game hasn't been fully optimized, but at least not just yet. It's pretty clear that Vela hasn't been in any real danger during her time abroad, the Eidos. If she had, she'd be experiencing our situation in a more serious light. I can kind of see her point. It's definitely not an everyday kind of situation. Suddenly I hear a short bark. What's that? A dog? Vela laughed.
No, it was my phone.
Your phone barks like a dog?
Only when my pupper needs me.
Ah. Gamatochi? Okay, is that how you say that? I have. I literally forgot how to say that. Ah, it's called Tamagotchi. I mixed up the T and the G. She pulls out her phone and loads a virtual pet app.
I can't have a pet on the ship, so I have this instead.
Okay, the animation is stuck. What about Beep Boop?
Beep Boop isn't a pet.
Boop Boop. Beep Boop bounces aggressively. Oops. Sorry, Beep Boop. The robot calms down but watches me warily.
Here, look. This is my dog, Pixel.
Oh yeah, of course they're gonna name it after the developers. Vela offers me her phone where a digital Labrador runs around. Heh, Pixel. I get it.
Isn't he so cute?
If I'm pursuing Vela, I would have go with this option, so I'm going with the first one for now. Aw, he's adorable.
I knew you'd like him.
Pixel barks and Vela giggles.
I think he likes you too.
I hope so. She shows me how she takes care of Pixel and all of the tricks she's taught him. It looks like you can do a lot on the app.
Yeah, the app AI is quite sophisticated. So, Pixel behaves like a real-life Labrador. Honestly, you should give the game a shot.
Why not? Okay. What app is it again? Vela squeals excitedly.
Oh, this is going to be so fun!
Vela helps me find the app and I begin the download. So, did you have any pets back on Corvus?
Yeah, growing up, my family had a dog. I miss him a lot, but I know he's well taken care of.
Aw, I'm sure he misses you too.
He still has my brother and my parents to keep him company, which is good as I don't want him to be too sad because he misses me. What about you? Any pets back home?
I shake my head. I'm always traveling, so I've never had one.
Then this will be perfect for you.
When the download is complete, I open up the app to the virtual adoption agency. Vela gives me a quick introduction and soon enough the app displays my first pet. A black and white collie named Sky. She barks a greeting and wags her tail. Oh, they come with names?
Yeah, but you can rename them if you want.
Vela leans in for a closer look.
Aww, isn't she so cute? Are you going to keep her?
Kinda miss my own dog now. She passed like... But said I had a dog for like at least 11 to 12 years. She just passed not long ago, like a month or at least a month. Yeah. Well, yeah. No harm in keeping it. Of course, I've always wanted a dog, and now I can finally have one.
Yay! I love dogs too, obviously.
She giggles and I grin.
I mean, how can you not? They're loyal, loving, and the best friend anyone could have.
Exactly. If only people were also so unconditionally loving.
If only.
She sighs wistfully. After I adopt my pet, I'm taken to a new screen. Sky runs around a grassy lawn in front of her doghouse. Beside the house are two bowls, one for food and one for water. So, what now?
You look after her.
Vela shows me the basic functions of the app and helps me get my new canine companion settled in her virtual home. There are selections of to pet or groom the dog, and when the dog wants something, a notification pops up. In fact, my phone dings with a new notification. Oh, I wonder what she wants now. An open pet pouch is detected nearby. Would you like to visit? What does that mean? Vela grabs my arm and squints at my phone.
Oh, I think this means our dogs can visit each other.
You think? You mean you don't know?
Well, no. Nobody else here has the app, so I've never gotten this notification before.
I guess that makes sense. She pulls out her phone.
I have the notification too. We should do it.
Sounds good to me. We both select yes. The screen darkens. When it reloads, both Sky and Pixel are playing together on the lawn. Aw, they're getting along.
Of course they are. They're teammates, just like us.
That's a cute way to think about it.
Plus, Pixel is super friendly. He can get along with anyone.
I hope Sky is as well. Vela smiles. We glance back down at the app, but the dogs have disappeared. Huh? Where'd they go?
That's weird. They aren't on my screen either.
Is this supposed to happen?
I don't know, but I don't think so. Maybe it glitched.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is kind of Vela's hangout, so-called hangout time, because the last episode we kind of didn't have a one-on-one time with Vela, but technically we did have a short dialogue with her, but I don't think it's as long as the other two in the last episode. So yeah, this is kind of our personal moment with her. She throws off and presses a few buttons on her phone. I'm not sure what she's looking for, but her brows knit together in thought. I take a closer look at my screen, hoping to spot any sign of Sky. If only I had her for a few minutes. I've only had her for a few minutes, but I'm already growing attached. Suddenly I hear barking. Oh, do you hear that?
Yeah, is it them?
I don't know. I still don't see them. Yeah, if you don't download the app, I'm pretty sure this scene will just end sooner.
Wait, I think I do.
Where?
In the doghouse, I see two tails.
Although the screen is small, I think I see two waving tails. They twirl around each other. Oh yeah, I see it too.
Aww, it's kind of cute how they're in there together. It must be cramped though, since their tails keep twisting together.
There's something faint in the background above the doghouse. I squint and make out a trail of floating hearts. I don't think space is the issue here.
Huh?
Vela's face turns bright red when she finally spots the hearts.
Oh my god, what? I mean, how? I mean, oh my god.
Yeah, considering the dogs just first met, they are doing that. They're like teammates, right? Huh? They're teammates just like us, huh? Vela's face flushes a deep red.
Okay, maybe not just like us.
I feign surprised. What? You mean this isn't something that all teammates do?
No!
What about really good teammates? Her blush deepens.
Stop asking these pervy questions and help me sort this out!
I grin. That was a no. Vela taps on her phone and I receive a notification that Pixel has returned home. She breathes out a sigh of relief.
Thank goodness that worked.
Yeah, I was beginning to think that they never stop.
Right? I think that's enough playing for one day. We can check in again later.
Okay, so whose dog is going to have the kids? Agreed. Oh, CG. But anyway, whose dog is gonna... It feels like our dog sounds more on the female side, but it could be but both of the names could be gender neutral. I'm not sure, but Sky could be a feminine name, so we could have the puppies. I have no idea, but hold on. Yeah, I'm looking at what a collie is. A fluffy kind of doggo. Yeah, the dog I had was a poodle, so I don't think. Oh, Labrador. Yeah, now I'm curious about what a Labrador and a collie would looks like. Not sure, it looks more... It doesn't have any of the collie traits. I'm looking at some images, but... Not sure what trait it might have, but... Yeah. Beep boop flutters around us. When it settles down, a heart emoji beats on the screen. What's that about? Vela glances at the robot and then at the phones in our hands.
Oh, Beep Boop loves that we're taking care of pets.
That's not what it means. I don't think so. Did we have our first CG before Luna? Will this... Hopefully this won't affect anything. We should have just said no, but...
No?
Oh, now it has the sound effect. The little robot flutters back into the air and circles around me and Vela. The heart remains steady on its screen. I think it's trying to say something about the two of us. Beep boop circles us again, this time forcing us closer together. The heart blinks in rapid beats. Yeah, but we're gonna back off before I don't know what might happen, because I think there's a the devs did mention if we are pursuing multiple girls at the same time, they would like notice, or like it would like I'm not sure how it will affect us. It will affect our route, but we're gonna back off in this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick this one. Beep boop, are you okay? Are you bugging out? Yeah, I'm gonna be as clueless as every single harem main character is supposed to be during these kind of scenarios. The heart is momentarily replaced with a facepalm emoji, then the robot tries again. This time it bumps against me, so I have to step even closer to Vela. Then it bumps her. Afterwards, the heart returns to the screen.
Sorry. I don't know what has gotten into Beep Boop. It's normally never so erratic.
It's okay, I don't really mind. I glance at Vela and suddenly realize just how close we are. She quickly averts her gaze, her cheeks flushing pink. My face grows hot. I mean...
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'll take a look at him later.
Okay, did we choose the wrong option? Right. Yeah, because I don't think that's the only CG, because I remembered seeing a CG where she like gets really flustered. We quickly step apart, but I still feel my heart racing in my chest. We hear a ping from the terminal.
Oh, the report is done. I need to check to make sure everything is within parameters, and then I'll send it off to Iris.
Cool, I'll let you get back to work. We might have chosen the wrong option with this one. Vela nods.
Thanks for checking in on me. And don't forget about your pet app.
I chuckle. Don't worry, I won't. But somehow I feel like this will not be mentioned ever again if we are not pursuing Vela. So I'm not entirely sure, unless they did mention every single time we went to bed. So I have no idea where the pet app would be, when the pet app will be mentioned. She grins and then turns her attention to the terminal. I head out of the engineering bay and make my way back upstairs. My stomach growls and I pause. Now is a good time for me to grab a snack. I enter the kitchen where I rummage through the fridge. After grabbing a drink and a snack, I sit at the dining table and pull out my phone. While I eat, I randomly browse online. I don't even notice when someone else enters the room until they sit down at the table with me. Glancing up, I see Iris staring intently at her tablet. As if sensing my gaze, she looks up and meets my eyes. Hey!
Hi. How are you feeling?
Great. Nothing to worry about. She nods. What are you working on? Iris taps on her tablet before putting it down.
I was reviewing the damage report Vela just sent. The Eidos barely took a hit. You'd never know that we just escaped a raider encounter and successfully navigated through a nebula storm.
That's the best outcome that we could have hoped for.
It is. Honestly, that was some impressive flying, especially when you went manual. It's rare that pilots have to fly without electronic aid, and you did it seamlessly.
Thanks. That's high praise coming from you. The smile is genuine, and I believe she means what she says. From what Kai has told me, it's not often that Iris is impressed, so I really appreciate the kind words.
I'm glad we picked you as our pilot, and I'm sure the Eidos is grateful too.
Yeah, I should have picked this with other girls, but never mind. Well, this is more of a courtesy option, the more polite one, the edgy option always, and the charming option, or the jokester option. Yeah, we're gonna pick the more typical one, or should I say the more polite option. Bring the righteous and polite one. I don't know. Kind of forgot what each of them were categorized as, but yeah, it's kind of around the same. Kind of have the similar term to it. By bringing me aboard as a pilot, you've entrusted the Eidos to me. Of course, I'll do whatever I can to take care of her. Iris blinks in surprise, clearly not expecting that answer. Then she smiles.
I'll hold you to that.
I grin. As you should. The phone rings. Instinctively, I check mine, but it's Iris's. She glances at the name and stands up.
I have to take this.
No worries. She nods before grabbing her tablet and answers the call. I can't make out her conversation before... I can't quite make out her conversation before she disappears from view. My stomach grumbles again. I reach to take another bite of my food, only to find that it's all gone. Maybe a second snack wouldn't hurt. I raid the fridge and the cabinets. This time I relocate to the lounge and watch TV while I give in to my munchy cravings. As the image flicker across the TV, my eyelids feel heavy and threaten to close. Curse you, carbs! Just before I nod off, my phone vibrates in my pocket. I sit up. I pull it out and see that it's a video call from my sister. I answer and see her smiling face. Call her Celery. Yes, I'm not gonna miss that chance. Hey, Celery!
Seriously?
I chuckle. I only do it because I know you like it so much. She rolls her eyes but smiles. She pauses and glances behind me.
Wait a second. This looks different. Where are you?
I'm in the lounge on the ship. I flip the phone around and show her the space, including the kitchen area behind me.
Ooh, it looks cozy.
Yeah, it's a nice place to relax. One sec, let me hook you up to the screen. Flipping the phone back around, I plug it into one of the communicators and her face flickers onto the screen. I hope Kai doesn't walk in, but yeah, she's younger than Vela. The dialogue. So, what's up? Anything exciting? A bright grin returns and her eyes sparkle.
That depends. Would you call the reboot of Ninja Rangers exciting?
I haven't thought about that show in a long time. Celeste and I watched it a lot when we were younger. Go with this. I recall my favorite character from the show, the boisterous and voluptuous Ranger of Charm. Is the reboot with the Ranger of Charm? Celeste crosses her arms.
You mean the absolute worst character they ever created? No. Thank goodness.
I guessed. You take that back!
I stand by my statement.
It seems we are at an impasse. So, which reboot is it?
One of the super early seasons with all of the original characters. They're calling it Ninja Rangers Retro, and it'll take place on Earth in the year 2222.
Whoa, that's throwing it way back.
I know, but the original characters were the best anyway. The later storylines started to get confusing. None of the new characters could ever compare.
Didn't the Ranger of Emotions keep changing colors? He was green and then somehow lost his powers and became white or something? It feels like a Green Lantern reference or something because of the emotion spectrum. Celeste nods.
Yeah, and they kept changing names too. First there was Aura, Hope, then Destiny.
I chuckle. Those are the names of the Ranger of Honor.
You still remember?
Of course, she's our favorite.
I remember your favorite too.
Oh yeah? Which one?
The Ranger of Emotion.
Yep. Oh, I think this is based on which trait you choose. So yeah, we chose we obviously chose the one that can. I'm not sure what that trait was called again, but yeah, that trait, that Ranger kinda checks out.
Nailed it.
She sits back looking smug.
Remember when you used to think you had a sixth sense? We'd be sitting on the couch, watching TV or reading, just minding our own business, and you'd come over with the most serious face and tell us that everything will be okay. Even though nothing was wrong to begin with.
Nope, I don't remember this at all.
Are you sure? Because you did that anytime one of us was just sitting alone. I'm pretty sure you thought that if we were hanging out by ourselves, it meant that we were automatically sad and lonely.
Nope, not ringing any bells. Celeste giggles. Hey, I wasn't the only one obsessed. I happen to remember when a certain sister went through a pink phase. Remember when you wanted each wall in your room a different shade of pink to best represent all the colors of the Ranger of Honor's costumes? All the colors of the Ranger of Honor's costumes. Okay, her eyes widen.
We don't have to talk about that.
Okay, then how about the time you tried to dye your own hair pink and you somehow only managed to dye your face? Celeste drops her head in her hands.
Oh, don't remind me. How was I supposed to know the dye would be so runny?
That's why it came with a hair bag. You look like you had a weird sunburn for about a month.
I don't even understand how it lasted for so long. The box said it was a temporary die.
I chuckle while she shakes her head.
I learned my lesson. Never again.
I hear the door slide open behind me. Two voices speak quietly. Looking back, I recognize Luna and Iris. They sneak subtle glances my way, clearly curious who the new face on the communication screen is. Celeste cranes her neck, trying to see around me.
Did someone come in?
Yeah, those are my crewmates.
Oh, am I interrupting something? Do you need to go?
I shake my head. No, it's okay. Do you want to meet them?
Is that okay?
Sure. Celeste grins.
Then yeah, I'd love to.
I twist on the couch and wave at the girls to catch their attention. Hey! Hey Iris, Luna, are you too busy? Would you like to meet my sister? Luna breaks into a broad grin.
Yes! We thought you'd never ask.
Is Luna kinda... I'm not sure whether this scene might change depending on who you choose. I'm not sure whether Vela would come in instead if you have a higher affection with her. I'm not sure. Either this is scripted or not, I'm not. We'll only know in the second run. She bounces over while Iris calmly walks towards us.
Hi there, I'm Luna.
Luna is the doctor on the ship.
Oh my gosh, a doctor! The work you do is amazing. You must have healed so many people.
Okay, I think there should be her hospital room behind, but not sure if it's a bug or not. Luna giggles.
I certainly try my best to make sure everyone stays in good health.
Celeste smiles and Iris steps forward.
I'm Iris. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Iris is our captain.
Ooh, is this your ship?
She nods.
That's so cool. You already have your own ship and lead your own team. It must be so much work managing everyone. Especially my brother.
Iris smiles and shakes her head.
It's all a part of the job.
In case you haven't guessed it by now, this is Celeste, my sister.
So this is the famous sister, huh?
Luna nudges my shoulder. What?
You never told us she was so cute.
He never told me his crewmates were so pretty.
Aww, and so sweet too.
Celeste giggles, a soft blush dusting her cheeks.
I guess this means he's mentioned me before? All good things, I hope.
Of course, what else would I say?
I don't know, but I know how troublesome you can be.
Celeste addresses the girls.
I hope my brother hasn't been too much of a bother.
Only a little bit.
She's kidding. I hope. I glance at Luna, who winks. Iris smiles.
Don't worry. He's been great so far. And an excellent pilot, too.
Luna
In
nods.
fact, he just successfully navigated us out of a nebula storm.
Yeah, if I think we have a neutral affection, I'm guessing either Iris would just came here alone or probably with Kai. Yeah, I think, or they just put in whoever two has the highest affection and just script them in. I'm not sure. We'll know in the next run. Yeah, I keep speculating, but yeah, all these answers will only be figured out in the next run. Celeste's eyes grow wide. Concern laces her voice when she looks at me.
You were in a nebula storm?
Oh, as far as she knows, we're just a regular transport ship. How am I going to explain this? Before I can answer, Iris notices Celeste's worry and quickly interjects.
Yes, but thanks to your brother's quick reflexes and skills, nobody was hurt and the ship is intact.
Yep, we're lucky to have him on board.
Celeste relaxes back into a smile.
Well, I'm glad to hear that everyone's safe and that he's pulling his weight. Don't be shy about putting him to work.
Hey, whose side are you on here?
Yours, of course. Maybe.
Celeste smiles while Luna and Iris both giggle. I don't think it's... Well, maybe it's based on the order on who you have the higher affection. Not sure, but since Vela is here as well, it could be just a regular script. The lounge door slides open and Vela saunters through. Her arms are pulled over her head in a long stretch. She blinks when she spots us.
Oh, what's going on? Is there a party over here?
Yeah, chances are Kai might come in as well. Luna waves her over.
Vela, come meet Celeste.
Okay.
Vela wastes no time in joining us. Vela, this is my sister, Celeste. Celeste, meet Vela. She's the engineer on the ship.
An engineer? That's awesome! I don't think I could ever understand all that technical stuff. Aw, I'm sure you could. It's really not so bad. You're definitely selling yourself short, since you're literally doing rocket science.
Vela giggles.
I'm just lucky that it came pretty naturally to me when I studied it.
Vela glances back and forth between me and Celeste before turning to my sister.
So, you two are siblings? You're so pretty. So are you. Aw, thank you. That's so nice of you to say. But I know I look like a mess. I've been fiddling with the engine down below. I would have never guessed.
What's deja vu? Wait, what? I kinda can't remember the logs. Let's be not sure how I'm not sure whether this would affect anything, but I'm gonna pick this one. Apparently, the easiest way to get a compliment is to just tell a girl she's cute. I also like to say that you ladies are indeed very cute. The room falls silent as the girls stare at me. Vela narrows her eyes and covers herself with her hands while Iris crosses her arms and fixes me with a stern look. Luna hides her mouth, trying hard not to laugh. Celeste sighs.
I'm so sorry about him.
Well, that backfired. Celeste looks at each of my crew members.
I can't get over just how wonderful and nice you all are. I feel a lot better knowing my brother is with good people.
I'll make sure that he stays safe. You have my word as the captain.
Oh yeah, we'll take care of him. Don't you worry.
Vela pats me on the shoulder. Celeste giggles while Luna leans closer to me.
Your sister is really such a sweetheart. It's a good thing Kai's not here to meet her.
Ugh, yeah. Seriously, he would lose his mind.
Just on cue, he comes.
Hi.
Okay, never mind. I thought just on cue he would come in. He's our navigator and communications specialist.
Oh, he's another crew member?
Yes, but believe me, it's better that he's not here right now.
We'll ease your introduction to him.
Or you don't have to meet him at all. Honestly, you're not missing much.
Yeah, everyone's shitting on him. And I'm not sure if it's just my own system, but yeah, there's a few frames drop. Defend my boy. Yeah. Bro, come on, it's not that bad. All three of my crewmates stare at me.
Yeah, he is.
Maybe you haven't been on this ship long enough to realize it yet.
And now I'm being shit on? Luna nods. If even Luna agrees, then that doesn't bode well. Celeste giggles.
I'll trust your judgment about this Kai guy.
She turns to me and puts her hands on her hips.
You better be on your best behavior then, big bro. I don't want to be hearing the same warnings about you that I'm hearing about Kai.
You won't. Celeste smiles at the girls.
If he tries to hit on any of you ladies, you let me know. And I promise I'll set him straight.
Well, if you keep that up, I might even romance Kai. Oh wait, what? Luna laughs.
Ooh, feisty. I don't doubt that you will.
Iris and Vela both giggle. As the conversation winds down, I try to stifle a yawn but fail.
Are you tired?
A little bit.
You should get some rest then.
No, that's okay. I can still talk. Hold on.
We'd better head off and get some work done.
Luna and Vela nod.
See? Everyone's leaving. So you can rest too.
Are you sure?
Yes. If you don't go, then I'm hanging up on you.
Okay, I'll go.
It was lovely to meet you, Celeste.
Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah. Hopefully we can talk again. I'd like that.
I'll call you later, okay? Celeste nods. After we all say goodbye, I disconnect the call and we go our separate ways. Luna and Iris leave the lounge first while Vela enters the kitchen. I clean up after myself and then head to my room. I fight off another yawn as I get ready for bed. It's been a really long day. But I'm glad I had the chance to talk to Celeste. I can't remember the last time I've seen her so excited about something. Whenever the new Ninja Rangers comes out, I'm definitely watching it with her. I didn't expect Celeste to meet my crew just yet, especially since I haven't told her exactly what it is that I do. But I'm relieved that the encounter went so well. Hopefully, after meeting them, Celeste won't worry about me as much. After I change my clothes, I plop down on my bed and give in to the supreme comfort. Before long, I'm fast asleep. Bzzzt. Not sure if I wanna end the episode right here, but we can continue, I suppose. Do I want to continue? If I end, it will be a short episode, but if I continue, it might be a longer episode. Let's continue, why not? Huh? Okay, beep twice. Not sure if it's a bug or not. I blink open my bleary eyes. Is my break over already? What time is it? I fumble for my phone and slowly realize that it's the source of the buzzing noise. Zeke is calling me. Yeah, I found my phone and slowly realized that it's the source. Oh, the phone is ringing basically. Sometimes I have reading comprehension. I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, since we're technically not how do I put it? We technically haven't actually rested yet, and it's not. Yeah, we kind of awoken from our rest, so technically we can still continue. The grogginess of sleep fades, and I hurry to answer the phone. But if we just end up moving on after the call, we'll see. That depends on how long this might be. But chances are I might just straight up continue, and it might be a really long episode for this one. Hello?
Hey!
Hey, what's going on? He pauses.
Ah, shit, sorry. Were you asleep?
Yeah, should I make a sleepy kind of voice? I clear my throat. No, everything's fine. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just got some new info that I thought you'd like to hear. I didn't even think about what time it might be for you. Where are you now anyway?
Out in free world territory?
Damn, sorry. Must be really late.
He chuckles.
Galactic time zones. What a pain in the ass, huh? You want me to call back later?
I feel like the time zone might be universal. I have no idea, but with each planet have their own system and star system and like rotation, you know. Sometimes I think that 24-hour system might be working differently, or they might not be even using 24-hour time system, right? But at least galactic time zones kinda reflect on like each well, galactic is kind of galactic, you know, because everyone's in space and we have no way to know what time it is, so yeah, this kinda will be better. No, honestly, I'm good. What did you find out? My phone dings with a notification. It's a new message from Zeke.
I just sent you the suspect list I've compiled. Did you receive it?
Yeah, let me take a look. As I read through the names, Zeke continues.
So, I did some digging. This is the list of everyone who worked on or had a connection to your cases.
The names all look familiar. They are the technicians, the evidence crew, the captain, the lab specialists, and Derek. Okay, if Derek's name is not on here, I'm gonna be surprised. Did you seriously add yourself to this list?
Of course.
I mean, well, the evidence crew is basically kind of include Derek if or probably not because he resigned. Why?
I was your partner and I worked the closest with you. I'm treating this investigation as I would any other case.
Is Zeke trying to make some kind of play here? Is this some sort of 200 IQ big brain strategy? Yeah. So that he wouldn't be a suspect. Yeah. If he didn't... Yeah, if he actually somehow was involved or like actually is the main antagonist, it would be really big brain move. Zeke, give it to me straight. Should I be worried that you're on this suspect list?
If there was something that you should be worried about, do you really think I'd include myself on this list?
I don't know. It could be part of some double negative strategy. Yeah. Zeke laughs.
By all means, feel free to investigate me if you're concerned, but I'm just being thorough.
I skim further down the list. You added Helen too?
She worked just as closely with you as I did.
Let me guess. You're just being thorough.
You got it.
I nod once I reach the end of the list. This is very comprehensive. Thanks for putting this together.
No problem. Everyone on the list has a reason for being on there, but I want to draw your attention to Derek Mason.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, Helen mentioned that too.
We know that your signature was faked on a lot of evidence logs.
Yeah, it was found in cases that I never even worked.
Exactly, and Derek signed off on a lot of these clearly forged logs, which makes it very likely that he's involved. Plus, I discovered that he left the agency only a few days after you were dismissed.
Wait, this guy sounds familiar. Hold on, you say he randomly left the agency? Helen told me about him earlier. She thinks he's suspicious too.
Oh, she's helping you too, huh? Isn't she still working at IAP?
Yep, I told her not to risk her career over this, but you know how she is. Zeke laughs.
I've never met anyone so stubborn in my life. There are a few things I miss about IAP, but her arguments are not one of them.
No kidding. So, since I can't stop her from helping, I just hope she remains careful.
I'm sure she will be. She's smart and has been there long enough to know how to cover her tracks.
He's right. Helen is more than capable of looking out for herself, and I do feel better knowing I have someone on the inside. I glance back at the list and find Derek's name. What's the deal with this guy anyway? Maybe I am covering their tracks? Was he getting any heat?
Nope, not at all. No eyes were on him, and he left voluntarily.
Okay, that's definitely strange. If he was in the clear, then why did he suddenly come up and leave?
My thoughts exactly. Our best bet is to find this guy and see what he has to say.
So, where is he now?
Not sure yet. I I've been searching for his whereabouts, but it definitely looks like he doesn't want to be found.
That's not suspicious at all.
Tell me about it.
Don't worry. I still got a few contacts I can call. I'll find Derek's location and let you know how it goes.
Alright, I'll leave that to you then. Meanwhile, I'll keep digging for more leads.
Thanks, Zeke.
No problem. I'm sure you'll want to get a head start on locating this guy, so I'll get out of your hair. Let me know how it goes, okay?
Will do. My mind races as I disconnect the call. Derek. I remember him. He was an unassuming guy. He didn't love small talk, but he was friendly nevertheless and always had a smile on his face. We didn't know each other super well, but I'm still surprised he'd actually do something like this. Why go through all this trouble? And why target me? I have to talk to him to get some answers, but I've got to find him first. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Joel Bailey. He works in IT at IAP. We used to be buddies before everything went down. I haven't heard from him since, but I'm sure he'll help me if I ask. I search for the number in my phone and then place the call. It rings and rings until I hit voicemail. I disconnect the call and try again. Once more, I'm directed to voicemail. I'm not going to give up now. I try one more time. This time the call connects.
Usually when a call is ignored, it's for a reason.
Not sure whether you are supposed to have a portrait here, but maybe you're a really side character. Well, this is not the warm reception I was hoping for. Oh my. I faint hurt. You mean you didn't answer my calls on purpose? And here I thought we were friends, Joel.
Very funny.
Am I supposed to pronounce your name Joel or Joel? But I'm used to calling this name Joel. I don't know why, but I can practically hear his skull. Or maybe I just pronounce it Joel like the guy from Last of Us.
Why are you calling?
I need a favor.
No.
You don't even know what it is.
I don't need to know. In fact, it's better for me if I don't. Do you know what'll happen if word gets out that I'm even talking to you?
If we're both discreet, then no one will know.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened, but I can't help you.
I didn't want to have to do this, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Then let me rephrase this. I'm calling in my favor. Silence. I grin. Joel owes me after the huge favor I did for him last year, and he knows it. He was probably hoping that I forgot since I've never called it in until now. Finally, I hear a sigh.
Fine, but after this we're square, and I don't want to hear from you again.
Deal.
Alright, what do you need?
I need an address for Derek Mason.
Look, man, I can get into some major trouble for sharing that kind of information.
I just need this one last favor and that's it. I promise. Another moment of silence.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll send you the info once I find it.
Thanks, Joel. The call disconnects. Well, that could have gone better. I hope Joel would be more understanding, but at least I'll get the info I need. I lie back down on my bed, but I'm too wired for sleep. My mind twists with what ifs and refuses to quiet down. I need a distraction. I should go relieve Kai. He hasn't had a chance to rest after the Nebula storm, and I'm sure he needs it. Not sure whether this counts as a second day or not, but you know what, let's just continue. Once decided, I change my clothes and freshen up. Then I enter the corridor and make my way to the bridge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is technically being considered as a kind of next day. When I arrive, Kai is laser focused on the navigation screen in front of him. I'm not sure whether if I want to continue or not. Is it remotely on par with the my usual times, but it's like, oh, it's always like 1 or 2 hours or so. You know what? I'll continue this in the next episode, so we can stop right here. So I'm guessing they're gonna treat this as another day. So end this episode right here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye bye.